Larissa, such a frantic game. What did you make of the finish and getting the win?
Fantastic to get the win. It was very frantic pace. I thought we were going to have a very good look at that fourth quarter and our execution, and I just said to the girls, well done for executing at the one that counted out of the timeout. I think both teams, like I just said out there, I think there was a good turnout tonight. I think we gave everyone a really good game. It was a physical game. I felt it was a game of two halves really, with what we could get away with in the first half and then not get away with in the second. It was a lot more physical in the second half. So look, for me, it's just a journey every week that we're trying to get better. We're working on lots of things. The girls have absolutely flogged each other this week at training, to the point where I was a little worried on Thursday night. And I thought our start was a lot better today, and it kind of set the tone for the game for us.
At the finish there, so did you want pickers going to the basket on that? Was that the sort of what you were trying to get to?
Yes. I'm smiling because we've been settling for jump shots that whole quarter, and I'm to look at her and say, do you promise you'll go for a layup? She goes, I got it. So they executed out of that, so that was a lot better. I think we just were settling too much for that mid-range game in that fourth quarter, which is tired legs, and credit to Boomers' defence as well. I thought they were executing pretty well defensively too, and up both ends, so thankfully we got some stops as well.
So Button got a black eye this week was that at training?
Mm-hmm. That was Monday night. That set the tone for the whole week. But she's tough. I think she was talking about Amelia last week. She's tough, those bunts. So as I said, they did go literally very hard at each other through the week, and I think that showed tonight that they really hung tough together.
Yeah, you got some fantastic service out of Al Downey, especially when you put it in Imagine in the fourth quarter, and 4 steals for the match too. I mean, she's just a workhorse, isn't she?
Absolutely, and that is her. I did warn her through the week that she's going to have to know her scouts, that she could be on anyone from the 1-man to the 5-man, which is just shows her versatility. She's a bit of my security blanket defensively. She always has been for the last 6 years. I can pretty much put her on anyone and know that she'll at least give it everything that she's got. And Tess hit some really tough shots out there, some really solid shots, so I thought just to mix that up a bit defensively gave us that little bit more reach. Steph was pretty tired down the stretch too and had done a great job, so it just gave her a couple of minutes breather defensively too. So Dunes was great, really good.
Fantastic.
Annalise, just getting that last shot seemed like a bit of relief for everyone to sort of get that margin back away from a one shot.
Yeah, it was good, but I think the 4 or 5 free throws that Sarah had were just as important, and Steph too. So I think that's really kind of what set the tone for me, being able to drive to the basket as they were. So I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do it too.
Absolutely. Back to Perth again. I mean, the schedule doesn't get any easier for you guys.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Thankfully it's a single game, but to Perth twice in 3 weeks, it is a tough one. But we owe them from last time. They played really well against us. We played terribly and we were without this one, so thankfully we'll have her back on board this week, which makes a big difference. And again, I think we've improved a lot in the last 2 weeks, so it should be another good hit out.
Absolutely. And what's the status on Amy? How far off is she?
She's close. She's very close. She's officially hitting the floor this week with us, hopefully, if she pulls up okay. So she's getting there. It'll be great to have her back too.
Is she, if she trains this week, is she worth taking to Perth, or is it sort of thing, give her 2 weeks or 10 days of training and then bring her back in?
It's literally training by training, make the call and see how she goes. She's pretty close, and it just depends on how she pulls up. So I'm pretty excited to have her back. Nearly.
Thanks so much.
Thanks guys.
Thank you for that.